Hello everyone, welcome back to NIMSite. I'm back with yet another important video in the Australia series. Now, skills assessment is a requirement for pretty much most of the visas that are related to your PR or your post-study work visa as well. Now, skills assessment is an important criteria for the other migration programs in other countries as well. It's just that the body which does the assessment, like for example in Canada, it's called something else as compared to Australia. Now in Australia, there is a body that does assessment for that specific occupation. For example, all the engineers who come in other sectors apart from IT, they are usually assessed by the body called Engineers Australia. For anyone who's working in ICT, Information and Communication Technology, the body that does the assessment is ACS. ACS is Australia Computer Society. Now, Australian Computer Society, what it would do as part of the assessment process is, it would assess your qualification, your work experience, whether you have a positive assessment to apply for a particular occupation, and there's usually an ANSCO code that's associated with every occupation. Now, once you get this positive skills assessment, that document you can submit along with your other documents in your PR process or for your other visas. So that's how it works. Now, for anyone who is doing the ACS assessment for the first time, I'm going to cover that in the next part of this video because that's what I got myself done too. I'm going to take you through the whole process, some of the things that you need to keep in mind, what do you have to do exactly, and which is the website, etc. So if you find this video helpful, make sure to subscribe. So now I'll take you through the ACS process and how you can do everything. So basically, if you log into the ACS website, I'll place the link in the description section. Almost all the instructions are given here, but I thought I'll just help for anyone who is doing it for the first time to navigate across the different tabs and across whatever information that's available in the website. So if you come here, there's something called Migration Skills Assessment. So if you scroll down, it will have all the important links of documents that you might need. So this is the most important one. This is like the application checklist. This actually gives you a list of all the required documents. This is the code for which you will do your skills assessment. ANSCO code, like I applied for a software engineer position. For someone else, it could be a business analyst or any of those positions. And your duties, your employer letter, everything should sort of relate with this ANSCO code. Then this is the charges and the cost based on your visa. And if you want to review your application and there's something wrong with your application, that's again $395. Now, for global talent visa also, there is an ACS process that's done. I covered some information about this visa category in one of my other videos. You can see the link pop up somewhere on the screen. So it's basically for those people who have got extensive experience in their own fields and they want to apply for this particular visa. This is also a direct entry visa for PR. So I'll just quickly take you through some of the things that were it. This is the application checklist. So it basically tells you all the information that you need, that it needs to be color documents, and maximum limit is 3 MB. So if there's under qualification also, you have like multiple documents, you can place them into one PDF document, but make sure it doesn't exceed 3 MB per PDF upload. So I did the same for my semesters. All my semester mark list, I put it into scanned into one PDF document and uploaded. Similarly, this will give you information about all the different sections. You can see personal document section, that's your passport. It needs your CV, and if there's a name change, evidence of that as well. Then qualification documents would be again your academic transcript, your degree certificate, or your mark list. So I submitted a consolidated mark list and individual mark list also. I put them into one scan, and the degree certificate I submitted separately, uploaded separately. Then you have the work experience documents. Now for work experience documents, I would say you need an employment reference letter from your employer stating all these points like start and finish dates, what was the title, hours that you worked, country where it was undertaken, etc. And if due to any reason you cannot, then you need a declaration from them as to why you can't provide an employment certificate. So I would say go for this one. And one thing based on my experience I'll say is that what I initially got from my employer was like an auto-generated sort of letter, because my company was being overtaken by some other company. The name and everything was getting changed, so they were through in the middle of that process and all. So I just got a system generated sort of letter. It didn't have any sign or anything. I thought it would be fine, but unfortunately it was not. I was asked to give a fresh copy, and then again I had to pay that fees of $395, and again I had to submit adding this document to review my application again. So make sure your documents are fine the first time if possible, so that you don't end up spending more money. And start collecting the documents well in advance of actually doing your ACS and preparing your application. Then this is a recognition of prior learning. This is usually for people who have not, who are not qualified in the occupation they are working. For example, who did not take a formal qualification, but they have got experience in IT. For them, this is one thing that ACS allows. Even they can be assessed by the same computer society, but they need to submit some sort of case study as to what work they have done, how they can sort of prove that they have done some kind of similar work. Then this is a payment advice. This relates to 2 copies of your pay slips. So starting, what I did was the start and end of an year that I worked, and whatever I could arrange, bank statements, ITRs. So the more the better. So whatever you can arrange, please upload it in this section when you're doing your application. Now, this is where you actually begin with your application for the ACS assessment. So if you see in that same migration skills assessment, there's something called online applications. So if you go there, it gives you, just some notes that have you prepared all your documents. Are your documents in PDF, and are they color documents, and do they have a good resolution and those kind of things. And once you made sure all your documents are ready, you can start with the application. So it will ask you, like, do you have an existing ACS account? So if I say no, I can select no, and then what sort of skills assessment do you want to do, which visa it is complying to. So if I want to do just for my qualifications and work experience, I'll do this, or for my post-study work visa, whichever, I'll select which ANSCO code, for example, analyst programmer. And then if I continue here, it will ask me personal details, and then it will ask me the passport, and now starts the whole uploading process, where you need to upload things as per the checklist that we saw, all these things. So first one was the passport or resume, so you need to upload that. And then, do you require priority processing? If no, so you need to enter all of these, and in the next section you will get these other things as well: qualification documents, work experience documents, as per your application and which category are you applying for. And then you can just overview your application finally, and after that it would be the payment and submission, where you need to pay as per the price that's mentioned in the ACS website. So it usually takes around 8 to 10 weeks to hear back a reply from ACS about your assessment, and you get an email whether it was successful or whether it was not, and there's a PDF also that's usually attached as well. So that was the whole ACS process. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, put it down in the comment section. Thank you.
Content shared in this video is based on personal experience and research. If you enjoyed the video, like, share, and subscribe. Keep watching, keep listening, and continue learning.